From the heart of the universe to the core of your own spirit, welcome to I Think I Love My Life, the podcast that's all about falling back in love with yourself, your journey, and the world around you. I'm your host, April, and you are rocking with me. I'm here to share with you, to learn with you, and to grow with you, because this is our space. Here on I Think I Love My Life, personal growth is the priority. Real self-care, a necessity, and an intentional spiritual practice is the only thing that's going to hold this all together. We all know that life can be a shit show, so consider this your sanctuary, a place to find peace, strength, and a renewed love for life. So get locked in if you not only want to transform your life, but your heart and your soul as well. Ready? Let's get it. Welcome and welcome back to I Think I Love My Life. I'm your host, April, and you are rocking with me, and thank you so much for doing that. Why is imposter syndrome the default? Like, why can't we just let ourselves be great, right? In today's podcast, this is the first official episode. We are talking about how I don't feel qualified to be here. Imposter syndrome is in the building. But what does it look like in real life? I know people run around saying imposter syndrome. What does it look like? I think it looks different for everyone. For me, it looks like procrastination because I'm about to go do it. I don't do it. I'm about to. I'm always about to. And comparison. I do the whole self-doubt thing. I discount my achievements. And if I do that enough, I just don't even try. I just don't even show up. Because my ideas, they can't be good enough, right? Don't you feel that way sometimes? Like, my ideas, they can't be that good. And of course, everyone else that has ever done podcasting is obviously better. I mean, they have more episodes. I mean, they started like 3 years ago, but that's not the point. That's not the point, right? I should somehow feel like I'm as good as them, I think. I'm not sure. Then there is the fear of failure, right? There is the perfectionism and the overdoing everything to prove your self-worth. These are the types of things. This is how imposter syndrome shows up in real life. And some of these things I think I've experienced, but not at a high level. Like the fear of failure, as I studied success and read books about it and, and just kind of what is success, kind of going into that whole thing, I learned one thing that about failure that a lot of people don't consider. If you are not happy, right, and if you are not fulfilled, then you are already failing. Like, you're fearing failure, but you're kind of already in it. You're already in a place where you don't try, you don't get any results. So you know what I mean? Like, you're in it. So it can't be that bad because you're already kind of experiencing it by not trying. Because if you actually try something, even if you don't quite hit the mark, you're going to hit something. And even if you don't get the results this time, you know what not to do next time. So you're kind of learning, you're growing, you're progressing. So are you really failing because you didn't hit this mark that you wanted to hit this time, right? So I learned those things about failure. So I have kind of reframed and reprogrammed myself around the word failure. So that one, it don't rob me as much as procrastination and comparison, right? And also like the perfectionism. I remember when I met my husband, when we first started going like food shopping, he would pick up a can that was dented. I'm looking at him like, why are we buying that? There was something about him and how the flaws in things was what he was attracted to. Like, I'm running around here trying to be perfect. I'm running around here trying to hide what what I think I'm hiding. And that is what he was attracted to, the fact that things weren't perfect. So I've had years and years of kind of learning that and looking at things like the kookiness, right? The weirdness of things. That's the beauty. So perfectionism, again, kind of got a life lesson around that. And I kind of don't want things to be perfect. I don't want it to be perfect because, oh, that's too much. That's a lot. And I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So y'all go ahead and do that by yourselves. And then the overworking thing, the get one more degree, get one more of this, get one more of that. I gotta do one more. That too. Again, exhausting. Got my bachelor's, got my associate, and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll go get my master's. Maybe I'll go get, and I was like, yo, the one thing about overdoing things and overcommitting and always trying to prove yourself, I realized this. You gotta show up to that, right? Like if I decide to go get that other degree, that next thing, I literally physically gotta show up to go do it. Like I gotta bring me to that. I always gotta show up when I'm signing up for stuff so I can feel worthy, or so that I can show other people that I'm worth it. And that is, oh my God, it's just so exhausting. So again, y'all had it. I can't do that. Because I realize I gotta bring me, and I want to go take a nap. That's usually what I want to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, imposter syndrome it's a thing, right? It's a thing for all of us because it's often when we are trying to start something new or trying to grow, right? And be better and do better. We're like, well, who am I? Wait, who am I really? Because that who am I, that'll get to the surface. We're trying to get a little deeper. Like, who am I really? And also, where do I belong? Like, why don't I feel like I'm where I belong, right? Where do I belong? And one thing about imposter syndrome and trying new things again that you've never done before, technically, you're supposed to feel, right, like an imposter. That tracks, right? That makes sense that you feel out of place. But here's how you know it's imposter syndrome and not just newbie jitters, right? Because sometimes it's newbie jitters and you kind of got to get into the swing of things, and you won't feel like an imposter after a while, right? But it's imposter syndrome if you let the fear and the doubt and the discounting of your skills and your abilities just stop you. Like, you don't try, you don't show up for you don't show up for others. It's been years and years and you haven't done that thing because how dare you think you can have an impact, right? Or do great things or change lives. Imposter syndrome is a dream killer, right? And the funny thing about it is it's an illusion, right? You and I have made it up in our heads. We made it true for us. Because everybody's so damn creative, right? So technically, we could make up something else that allows us to flourish and take advantage of our new opportunities. But we have this story of how we don't fit. We have this story of us being an imposter. So I find that one thing that helps with silencing imposter syndrome is action, right? Just doing the thing while feeling like an imposter, right? Letting the imposter syndrome sit in the back seat. It can't have the auxiliary cord, like it can't have none of the Bluetooth. It can't tell you where to go. But if you got to be here and you have to tell you, if you're gonna be here and you're gonna be telling me who I am, who I'm not, and what I should be doing and where I should be going. If you have to be here, I still want to be moving, right? I still want to be moving in the direction of the things that I really want to do. So if you want to have to be, then just let it be here, right? Like, and that's one thing that I think I have learned with, especially the negative conversations that I have in my head, the feeling of imposter syndrome. Just do it afraid. Do it. Bring all that stuff along with you, right? And just do it. And I feel like it will fall away at some point. But I hear that with each level, right, you experience imposter syndrome all over again. Like every time you move up, right, or you move into a new room, or you try something else new, you'll go through this over and over and over. And it's just, I think the best thing is just letting it be whatever it is, right, and doing it anyway, and just tell it to go sit over there in the corner. Just, that's what I'm doing here in today's podcast. I'm talking to you, and imposter syndrome is like over here, like, shut up, like, shh, you have nothing valuable. You are not perfect. Your life is not perfect. Your kids is not perfect. Your marriage is not perfect. And did you know you had a fupa and you old? So stop recording and go take a nap. And then when I go take a nap, funny thing about that is imposter syndrome will also remind me that I said I would record this podcast and create products and help people, and that I shouldn't be taking a nap because I don't need any rest because I didn't do anything to deserve rest. You see how imposter syndrome is not biased. Anything that you do according to imposter syndrome is not the right thing. Everything, everywhere you are is not the right place. Everything you are is not the right thing. Imposter syndrome is a liar, not your friend. And it doesn't matter what you do. It's just going to be there standing there telling you you're not doing it right, right? And I'm about to get up off my soapbox. I'm done for now, and we are complete. Thank you, guys. Bye. Wow. You are at the bottom of yet another episode, and I'm starting to think you love your life and your journey too. And I love that for you. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share the pod. There are resources in the description to help you get over and get through, because I want you to keep showing up for yourself, keep standing up for yourself, and be kind to yourself. And most importantly, keep going. Until next time, bye.